Ming, co-founder and CEO of GLP. Since the founding of the company in 2009, Ming has built GLP into the leading provider of logistics solutions globally. GLP is one of the largest real estate and fund managers in the world, with over 60 billion in assets under management. So let's take us back in time. As I understand it, you completed your first property transaction, helping your family acquire a restaurant when you were rather young. You talk us about that.
First real estate transaction was I was 13, but I stepped back. So I was born in China, but going to the U.S., my dad had to start from scratch. So the first thing he can figure out to do is work in the Chinese restaurant to learn how to cook for $900 a month. And then after a year learning how to cook, we had to go and buy a restaurant. And my dad didn't speak English, so I went into the bank and negotiate the first mortgage. So we paid a deposit of 30%. After we took over the building, we went inside, tear up every wall in the building because we didn't need those walls. And we went back to the bank and said, we don't have money to renovate. So we got back the 30% deposit and used that as renovations.
I just reflect on that time. What did you take away from that? Do you think that contributed to your future vision of doing what you're doing for a living?
You know, ever since I was a kid, I'm not sure if I ever want to be in real estate, but I always want to be in financial. So I later realized that real estate is just a tool of the financial industry. So over the years, you can see that GLP is morphing from a brick and mortar real estate more and more into a fund management business. So we started a fund management business about 8 years ago with our first fund, and now we have a little over $65 billion of fund under management, and I think we expect to grow that probably another 10, 20 times.
Hi Ming, it's Randy Chikoris, and I'm calling to congratulate you on your award with the Marion High School Alumni Association. I remember when we first met, your parents had just purchased the Toy Sun restaurant on Adams Street in Marion, and you were maybe 12 or 13 years old. I also was in charge of teaching you to do payroll, and I taught you how to do payroll, and you were a very quick learner, and I really enjoyed working with you as a young man. And you went on to go to IU, graduate, moved to China, build an insulation plant, just a really fine individual. I am going to be at the IU game for homecoming, so if you do get there, give me a call. See you again. Congratulations, Randy.
Hi, Ming. I just wanted to congratulate you on this very special honor. And when I saw your name was on the list of inductees, I wasn't surprised at all. When I had you in accelerated English, you were still working on learning English. It was 8th grade at Justice, and it was so long ago I might have still been Miss Morell, but it was probably Mrs. Reese. I feel like I had Reagan and Riley by then, but I want you to know that out of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of students, thousands that I've had, that you stood out and still stand out as one of the brightest, most respectful, someone who had a real thirst for learning, and someone who persevered when that was not your first language. And you most all the time had better grades than some of those students who had grown up here. So I just wanted you to know that I still remember you as a wonderful student, and I'm sure a person that you grew up to be, and I'm so happy for you. And I was very blessed to be your teacher.
Congratulations, Ming. It's your fellow classmate, Marion High School Class of 1993 alumni, Charles Spikes Boyd. Our senior year, we voted you to be best dressed. You were always putting your best foot forward, whether it was in the classroom, the community, or your family business. You stood out as a giant then, and it's no surprise that you would have a giant legacy now. This recognition, being inducted into the Marion High School Hall of Distinction, is so well deserved. As founder and CEO of GLP, you have built a global enterprise. Your leadership, your impact, your achievements are giant. And I, along with many other classmates, are so proud of all of your accomplishments, and we wish you continued success. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you for being giant, and thank you for embodying Giants Fight Never Dies. Sincerely, your classmate, Charles Spikes Boyd.